Live, Mr. Ambi, welcome back. It's good to see you again. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, Chris. I'm doing well. Like I said, we're usually in different states, but this time we're in even different states, right? You're now in Queensland, if I'm not miscorrect.
That's correct, and I'm in a state of confusion myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been spending a week up in near Noosa for Easter, and now I'm at UQ today just for the day, so we could have this hangout um, and talk about our paper. How was your Easter?
Yeah, Easter was good. Lots of chocolate. I actually focused a lot on the paper. I was really motivated to get it done, so I worked a lot over Easter just to smash it out because I was aware that you had a few days, kid-free days. I mean, you're never free of the kids, as that we your kids just FaceTime just so they're always only a second away. But yeah, I just want to get it to you as soon as possible so we can get the ball rolling. So yeah.
No, I did notice that you smashed it as per usual, and it was
Cheers.
perfect timing actually. You sent me the latest version of the paper at like 8 o'clock in the morning, Queensland time, and my family was going to Australia Zoo, which is like the
Oh
Crocodile
wow.
Man, Steve Irwin, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, wow.
And I've been there before, so I didn't want to go
Oh,
again.
okay.
So
Well, there you go.
I was devouring papers, not people.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. So let me update you on where I'm at.
Let's do
Um,
it.
I read through the paper like 3 or 4 times, and you can see that I've sort of updated the title and a few other sort of bits and pieces there.
Hmm.
Um, the reason, I'll do a screen share with you,
Please do.
and then we can, yeah. So is that coming through?
Loud and clear. I can see that
Okay.
nicely.
So this is a long title, right? It's
Hmm.
probably too long,
Yeah.
but it could be longer. So
Yeah.
what I've tried to convey there is that this is some sort of quasi experiment. We've done something with the exams, and what are the effects on two different levels? So
Yeah.
appropriateness of assessment and course quality. Now,
Yeah.
we could have mentioned something like history and philosophy of blah 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 blah, but it's already 18 words, which is a horrendously long title.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, do you care? Do you care
No,
that
to
it's
be honest, my
long?
personal thoughts on titles, I'm not part of the dogma of having a certain length to a title. I think the more descriptive it is, I mean, think of it, when you're looking through papers, you look at the titles and abstracts, and the better it describes the paper, the better. So I'm fine with that. No issues on my end.
Okay, excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. And what else did I do? Yeah, just little edits. The one thing I really liked about what you did earlier with the graphs was there was a different graph on each page,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
tried to maintain that all the way through because it's just like here's some information. It's all contained on one page, and here's
Exactly.
the next bit of information. That's all contained on one page.
Yeah.
So,
Clarity
so
is
I
the way to go.
I thought it was really good.
Good.
And what else can I? So we're okay with the title.
Hmm.
Just going through my checklist
No,
here.
please do.
The length is about 5.2K. So we do have some wiggle room if we need it,
Yeah.
like maybe 10% or something.
Yep. Yep.
Now, let me do another screen share. And yep. Okay. So I know that we talked a little bit about Cohen's D measure,
That's
right?
right.
So
That's right.
let me go through to the wonderful graphs you've done. Here we go. Here we go. So this is excellent. You've
Very
got
nice.
beautiful colored graphs there, and it's very clear where the shift is happening.
Hmm.
And also one sort of interesting thing. Can you see how there was more strongly disagrees?
Yeah, I do.
So we could almost say that there was maybe a little bit of polarization.
Yeah, definitely.
So all
Yeah.
the other graphs are going the right way.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like these
Yeah,
ones are
yeah,
going
yeah.
the right way. These ones are going the right way.
Yeah.
But that's interesting. That's something we haven't mentioned. But anyway, I go up to this thing, and you've got Cohen's D metric, which is
That's
essentially,
right.
the difference in the standard deviations divided by what is it? It's the difference in
In
the
the means
means
divided by the standard
over some sort of
deviations.
standard deviation,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So and let's talk about it's like the effect size, right? Hattie's effect
Exactly.
sizes and all that
Spot
sort of
on.
stuff. So we list it, and we agreed that it was a good idea to list it,
Yeah.
but we haven't actually said anything about that.
No,
So,
no.
so this would be a potential opportunity to say, well, this is, if you look at this table 4, you can say, well, that's sort of a consistent, 0.31 and 0.32. to me that there's some consistency there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not super high, it's not super low. And then where are we? So this one, 0.32. There's another sort of medium to low one. 0.09 to 0.12 low ones.
Exactly.
So the question is, Mr. Ambi, do we want to say something about that?
Well, it could go either way. I mean, we could mention it. A lot of papers that I've read that include effect sizes, they go either way, depending on the preference. The main thing is because it says Cohen's d, the criteria for Cohen's d is pretty standard. A small effect, I think, is about 0.3, medium effect is 0.5, and a large effect is 0.8. We had some effects that were massive. I think there was one that was even 1 point something. And then there were other effects that were, 0.09, so not even hitting that small effect. So I think from my view, it's fine to have it there because it's sort of like a graph. People interpret it and understand it. Oh, that's showing the effect of it. So we could add another line on either way. I'm really not fussed either way, but I think it's clear in both ways.
Well, okay. So why don't we just maybe take the position that if the referee asks us to put some more information in, let's do it.
Why not?
So I mean, I don't know about you. You've been working hard. I've been working hard. I'm getting a bit tired now.
Yeah.
And usually when I get tired, it's like I've had enough of the paper. Like that's the time that I usually pass it to you, or maybe throw it back to me or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's this old saying that when you stop caring about something, the message is actually getting through.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, on the face of it, it looks like a real paper.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
It's good length, 18 pages.
Yeah.
5.2 thousand words. It's looking really good.
And yeah, no, I just think we present the findings, as clear as possible. So I think it's good, and I think the addition of that Cohen's d will probably set us apart, because showing the effect sizes not only shows us that a p-value, if it's significant, it's saying it's different to the null hypothesis, but now we're saying, as our previous conversations from previous weeks about null hypothesis, but now we're saying actually there is an effect. There's something there to look at, and in a bigger population, maybe we'd see something of interest. So yeah. It's good to have.
Yeah, I agree. And in Hattie's books, he often argues that having a small effect size is not a bad thing, right?
No.
So he says that, let's say it's 0.1, that if that's proportional to the amount of effort that you put in, that's a win.
Yeah, right.
That's a win.
Yeah.
So we don't want to discount like I've even seen this whacker thing. Did I send a picture of that to you?
No, what was that?
I've got to share this with you for a second. See if I can pull this up. And D effect size whacker. Hang on. Let's see. Whacker.
Is this what you do in your spare time?
This is what I do. This is what keeps me awake at night, Mr. Ambi.
I saw your talk for that, by the way. It's excellent. It was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. So I did watch that. We should put a link in this meeting for that talk as we just
a little pop-up card or something.
Right.
Here we go. All right, Mr. Ambi, prepare to be amazed.
I am.
Can you see this? Enter your effect size. Let's say I don't know, 0.3.
Yep, let's do that.
And let's whack it. Small.
Oh, look at that.
And if you put in 0.6, and should we whack it? Oh, medium.
Yeah.
If you do 0.9, whack it.
Large. There you go. Nice. Very nice. All over it.
That is from the one of the I think it's the Polytechnic University in Hong Kong. So it's just someone's web page.
Good on it. Well done. Very nice.
So I think different effect sizes potentially mean different things. So it's good to consider them sort of relative to other things and within their own kind of environments.
Yeah.
And also people might poo-poo a 0.1 effect size.
Yeah.
Hattie says, don't worry about it. If it's proportional to the effort that's put in, it's still a win.
Exactly. And then you'll notice in some of the effect sizes that are below that minimum threshold of zero point 0.3, the p-value isn't significant. So it's sort of reaffirming that. So it gives people more confidence in their interpretation. So yeah, I think overall it came out nicely.
Well, that sounds
Yeah.
good. Okay, so a couple of other things. I mentioned in the green room before that, that I looked into the journal.
Hmm.
So there's sort of a two stage publication process. The first is the proceedings, which are great.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with these. It's all double blind, peer reviewed. It'll be published immediately after the conference. At least that's
Wow.
what happened last year.
Nice.
And the guys are pretty organized.
Cool.
And they're saying that the selected papers will be considered for this STEM education journal. So we've talked about that. So let me share that with you. Now, when I went there, I saw this.
Wow. Look at that.
Article processing charges. So this is an immediate red flag to me, right?
Yeah.
First of all, because I still consider myself as a poor student and I have zero money to do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But secondly, it's that whole kind of paying to play, paying to publish.
That's right. That's right.
So open access is not without cost, and it talks about sort of a figure for each article accepted for publication. Now, it says, if the corresponding author's institution participates in our open access membership program, then some or all of the publication costs may be covered, right? So if I go to the membership page, let me see can you see membership there now?
I do.
All right. So if I go down here and I go to Australia, can you see UNSW down there?
I do.
But ANU's not there.
ANU is not there. Look at that.
ANU's not there. So I don't know if that, as long as I'm the corresponding author, I think that should be fine.
Yeah.
But what I've done in like overnight, or actually a couple of nights ago, is I've sent a message to the journal saying, look, we're thinking about putting an article here. UNSW is a member. It doesn't say whether it covers all the costs or only some of the costs. Could you give some more information?
Yeah, but some of $1,000 is still, there's a lot left over to put up. So yeah, wow.
So I didn't check this out at the start. I thought, this looks good and blah blah blah. But certainly for the proceedings, it's all free. I mean, you register to go to the conference, so maybe there's some sort of roundabout payment there or whatever.
Yeah.
But just going to the conference is no guarantee that you'll get your paper accepted. Conference papers are rejected all the time.
That's right.
So I think there's a sort of a quality benchmark there.
Yeah. So what's the relationship between the conference and the journal?
Well, I just think that probably the conference organizers have been asked to edit a special issue of the journal.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there'll be people who will do this conference proceedings, and that'll just be a standalone thing. And then if people want to maybe develop their papers a bit more or write some things, then you can say, hey, we invite you to consider this avenue for publication.
Right.
So I don't know. How do you feel about all that? I mean, I thought it's something we should discuss.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very anti-paying for publishing papers. It as you say, a lot of red flags. And you mentioned earlier in the green room that it's sort of an indication of a low quality journal, which is fine. I'm not against publishing in low quality journals. That's part of science. But when they're asking for a fee like that, it sounds like sort of like a mafia deal. So I'm not totally comfortable with that. So if we're part of it and it's all covered by the university and the university endorses it, that's fine. We'll publish. But if not, we could shop around for other journals that don't have that fee, because we only looked at this journal just because it was attached to the conference. So yeah,
exactly. I would agree with all of that, Mr. Ambi. So there's a couple of options here, right? So option A is we publish in the proceedings only. Right, that's the sort of path of least resistance. There's no hangover work or anything like this. Option B is that we publish in the proceedings and we strongly consider this STEM Ed journal.
Yeah.
Option C is we publish in the proceedings and then we consider shopping this around somewhere else. Now, the thing is we don't want to double publish. So usually what happens with these things is that they have to be different from the publication for the conference proceedings.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just draw the line in the sand and say, look, this is what we're doing with this thing. We're not going to do anything more, even though there are additional avenues to explore. If we feel we want to put it in a journal as well, then we'd have to sort of go back and expand, reanalyze all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it seems fair. I think you're going to the conference, so I think the best move forward would be to use that for the conference, and then we'll see if we want to publish beyond that. But with this journal, let's just see if the university covers the fee, and if not, we'll evaluate it then. I think is the best way forward. But what would be a potential avenue to look into, I guess, for if we did look at another journal? Because if we were to look at a different avenue, what would that be?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's really open in this sense.
Yeah.
The world's an oyster. But that would be my concern, and editor's concern too. It's like, well, why should we publish this? It's already appeared in this conference.
Exactly. And conference proceedings are still good to have that published. So I think that's still a good standard. So we should be happy with that.
The same. And this is a good standard. The publication will be quick. I think it'll be good. So maybe I'm keen to still put it in the proceedings, and I think we should
definitely
just see what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing. Oh, sorry, Mr. Andrew.
No, I was just gonna say it would be a shame if we decided not to, and you were going all the way over there empty-handed. So I think it's great that we do.
But I know a different proceedings with a different word file that really needs like doing right away, Mr. No, right. Okay, so hang on, there was something else. Oh yeah, so on the website, let me see if I can pull up the IMLF website. Hang on, just give me a second here. Here we go. Let me do a screen share. I think this is it. Yeah. So you should be able to see paper abstract submission.
I do indeed.
Okay, so you see selected best papers will be included in the special issue of the International Journal of STEM Education, or included in the next volume of the Mobile Learning Theories and Applications, although they've spelled applications wrong, to be published by Springer. So it could be a chapter as well.
Cool.
It could be a chapter as well. But to be honest, that they said, last year's papers might go into a book, and that never happened. So
I see.
I think we need to take that with a grain of salt.
That's all right. Yeah, that's okay. Good. Well, I think it's all good going forward.
Okay, good. All right, so we've talked about the processing charges, we've talked about the title, we've talked about Cohen's D measure, we've talked about the length.
Yep.
The last thing we haven't talked about yet. Okay, so the bibliography.
Yep.
Okay. So if I take you back to this web page, let me just pull that back up a bit. So I'm sharing that with you again. And so let me, and you can see down here, I'm highlighting it now. Please use the latest APA referencing style, right?
Yep.
And it takes you to this instruction booklet, which is a giant, mega PDF of every style and everything you could reference, right?
That's right.
So, look at all these things.
I actually went through this when I was looking over. I think they have a little table that's nice for us to view. If you scroll down a bit.
Oh,
yeah, here we go. So, and they give you examples and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, great. So the only thing I noticed, and again, let me share the manuscript now with you. See if I can do that. I think that's it. Can you see it?
Yep.
If I go down to the bottom, like some of these were a bit different, right? So this has got an ampersand in between it, and this has got nothing in between. Oh, this got an ampersand, and there were just things that were not consistent.
Oh, right. I think the ampersand's okay for if there's two authors, and then you put the ampersand for the last author if there's multiple authors.
Okay.
So all of them should have an ampersand, but it's either the second one or the last one.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just maybe I was looking at an earlier one.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah.
So here you've got just HTTP, and
Yeah.
down here you've got from, retrieved October,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever it
Because
is from.
for some of the, I didn't actually go through each of the references that you looked at because I thought you threw them through um, software that actually put it in APA style. So I
Yeah,
made sure that it was in alphabetical order and that
yeah.
the ones that I added were correct in
So
that.
so I so I did put it through some software, but the software is not perfect. Do you know what
Okay.
I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
So
right,
so
right, right,
so
right.
what I think what's needed here is just to go through each reference line by line,
Yeah, right.
and just cross check it against the that APA style.
Yeah,
Because what happens with this online software is you put in the name of a book or something,
yeah,
and then it
yeah, yeah,
tries to find it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You probably used it before.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
right.
sometimes it's accurate and sometimes it's not.
Yeah, right. I see. I see. Would you have time to go through that and do that? Because I'm things are pretty heavy on my end of things, which is why I was working super hard over Easter. So would you have the time to look over that?
I can check it. I
Yeah,
can check it.
yeah,
I mean, I don't think a lot of stuff needs doing. It's
yeah,
just
right.
more about just being consistent. Like I
Yeah,
don't
cool,
mind if
cool.
we're consistently wrong,
Right.
but
Okay.
it's more about consistency, I think.
Yeah, no
Um,
worries.
and you can see with what is it, Hilliard's paper from IMLF to
Yeah.
2015. The file name is like references fixed.
Mm,
So I was just wondering, do they pay strong attention to that? And
right.
I don't know, maybe they do.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but yeah, on my end of things, I'm
Oh,
pretty.
tomorrow I can do. I can look, Miss Ambi. I can do it tomorrow.
Is that all right?
I've
Yeah.
got the whole day,
Oh, awesome.
so
That'd
it
be
should be
wicked because
fine.
things are super heavy on my end of things with PhD stuff. So, yeah, that'd
Mm.
be fantastic if that'd be awesome. So, and then that's pretty much it. We're on the home stretch, right? There is one more thing that I want to know. I know you have parking, so I want to make this quick. But if in when I was reading over the paper last night, there was I think it was figure six. Could we scroll to figure six if
Yep,
that's okay?
sure can. Let me do a little share, and that should be it. All right. So figure six.
Or figure five and six. So either or.
That's five.
Ah, is this the one that this is the one is it this isn't is this your edits or this my one?
This is my one.
Oh, I thought you changed the graph where the names did I
I
look
did.
at that correctly?
I just added course two down here.
Oh, okay, but I thought the graph, the x-axis, the name, unless I looked at it incorrectly, I thought the names on the x-axis, the agree, disagree, strongly disagree, were all done differently. They were all like straighter.
Did you try to open it up in Google Docs,
I don't know.
or did
Let
you
me just
download it? Did you download it first and then look at it?
I did not I read it through the email, through the Google Doc. So let me just look at that through a download so that I'm making sure I'm pointing on the right thing. Google Drive. Sorry about this, Dr. T.
That's all right, no worries. I mean, the thing is, if you open up the Word document in Google
It's different
Docs,
formatting, is it?
it screws a few things up.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. Let me find this. E-exams version 2. Here we go. All right, let me download that. So what it was that I noticed on figure six was the scale, but it could all be formatting actually now that you say that. But the scale was slightly off in the formatting.
Looks fine to me here. I'm looking at Figure Six right now. Do you want me to share my screen,
Yes, please. Actually, let's
or do
do
you want
that.
to share your screen?
Uh, I wish I knew how to do that.
Top left-hand corner. There's
Top
a
left.
little there's a little green
Hey,
like
this is good education for me. Oh, here we go.
yeah,
Share screen. All
and
right.
then you just do application window,
Mm-hmm.
and then you choose the right one.
Oh, cool. Excellent. Uh, Look at this. I'm learning so much. You're practically teaching me. It's it's amazing. So I feel like it's this one, version 2. Is that correct? This e-exams version 2. Where are we? This one. So let me download that. Save, open. and figure 6. Oh, yeah, you're right. It was it must have been the formatting. So what I saw in yeah, no, you're right. It's all formatting. My bad. So there you go. The scale looked slightly different here in the one that I saw, but it must have all been formatting that the Google did automatically. So there you go.
Yep.
All
So
right.
mystery solved. That's good. But
Yeah, cool. No dramas there. No dramas there. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I have enjoyed working on the document first and swapping it and sharing it around.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's worked really well.
No, definitely, definitely. It's all, and I'm just glad that we were able to work together and get this done. So I'm very happy. So, the next step, I guess, is where this is it, right? This is where we bid adieu, and I send you off to the conference and wish you good luck. I think, and yeah, just let me know how it goes. I hope it all goes well. Let me know how the findings are received and what people think overall.
Well, I'll certainly update you on the status
Yep.
of the paper. So I'll probably submit it tomorrow.
Why not? Just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think so.
So I'll fix up the bibliography and I'll submit it tomorrow. I need to pay the money, which is okay.
Yeah.
I still get student rates.
Oh, good. Oh, because of
Yeah, yeah.
is it the degree you're in? Is it?
I'm a card carrying.
Look at you.
Look,
Oh, wow.
how student does that look?
That is
Not
that
at
is
all,
you're
mate.
the most professional student. I'd hire that face. That's
That's like my LinkedIn profile pic that I
yeah.
rejected.
That's right.
Anyway,
That's right. Looks
um,
good.
so so I'll do that.
Yep.
And then it's just a waiting game then.
Cool. Awesome. Well, keep me posted. And hey, maybe we can have one more conference, Google Hangout after the conference, and we can just discuss how things were, and you can just fill us all in. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really
Cool.
good. And
Excellent.
thanks for all your hard work, Mr. Ambi. And
Hey,
I
it's
know PhDs are dragging you like down and twisting
there's
you
a lot of work,
sideways.
but it's been a pleasure to work with you again. I always love it. So it's nice to just keep that collaboration going strong. So it's very good. So yeah,
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll sign off and
awesome.
all the best and say hi to everyone.
Will
And
do. Likewise,
I'll let you know. I'll let you know the updates as they come along.
please do. So the dates of the conference are exactly when? So the submission was April 15th, but the actual conference is?
8th and the 9th of June.
Hmm. Okay, cool. Well, we'll sort out something for after, and we'll undoubtedly be in touch before then. So yeah, sounds
Sounds
good.
good. All right, mate. Let's go into the green room.
Let's do it, Chris.
All right. All the best.
Yeah.